The most beautiful thing about being human is our capacity to look ahead to the future, to dream, to hope, to plan. We imagine where we'd like to be, what we'd like to have, who we'd like to become, and use those visions to propel us forward. But here's the twist. They say the past keeps us stuck, and the future keeps us worried. So where does that leave the present? What if the secret to freedom was hidden in a sneaky little trick your inner child already knows? A trick so simple it's been right in front of you all along. And today, I'm going to put it to the test. Join me as I challenge myself to tap into my inner child's sneaky trick and live in the moment for an entire day. Let's see if I can really do it. Now, I've always loved this quote by Alan Watts. We are only in the present moment if we experience such delight, such involvement in the world that all other moments become irrelevant. I think this perfectly captures the essence of what I'm talking about. When we're fully present, when we're so absorbed in the beauty, the wonder, the aliveness of this very moment, every other moment fades away. The past loses its power to hold us back, and the future seems less daunting. As I write this, I realize there's a danger here. We don't want to ignore the past or brush aside the future. Both have valuable lessons to teach and dreams to inspire us towards. Instead, let's think of this sneaky trick as a gentle reminder, a pause button, a way to return again and again to this precious now. After all, without the now, the then and there become meaningless. The concept of the present moment is fascinating because it's both universal and elusive. Every one of us experiences it, yet each of our presents is unique and fleeting. It's a sliver of time where past and future converge, where potential meets reality. So how do we reclaim this treasure? How do we tune into that inner child who seems to know this secret? Well, the first step, as always, is awareness. Noticing when our minds drift, which for me is pretty much all the time. When we catch ourselves daydreaming about what could be or ruminating about what once was, we gently bring our attention back to the present. Just like a muscle, this awareness grows with practice. At first, it might be a struggle, but over time, it becomes more natural. Our inner child is like a playful guide who pulls at our sleeve, urging us to look, to notice, to be captivated by the world around us. Imagine, for example, the sky. Most of us pass by it every day without a second thought. Yet when we stop to truly notice it, oh, what a masterpiece unfolds. The ever-changing canvas of clouds, the dance of light and shadow, the vastness that humbles us. I recently did something crazy. I took off work for an entire week and flew down to Miami to attend the super blue blood wolf moon eclipse. This was the first total solar eclipse I had ever seen in person. I stood there with hundreds of other people on the beach in Miami watching the moon pass between the sun and the earth, and it was unlike anything I've ever experienced. I didn't have any expectations. I wasn't thinking about what I needed to post online. I was just there experiencing it. In that moment, I realized how many moments I have missed in life by getting caught up in my own thoughts. It was a profound experience that really shifted my perspective. Then there's the ocean, always in motion, yet eternally the same. Each wave a unique fingerprint of foam and color against the vast expanse of blue. Just the act of paying attention can transform something mundane into magic. In that sense, presence is a kind of prayer. It's a recognition of the sacredness of this one life unfolding moment by moment. It's a letting go of the illusion that happiness lies somewhere over there, beyond all the noise and demands and distractions. So I propose a challenge to you, a chance to practice this presence, to tune in to your inner child. For the next 24 hours, I encourage you to embrace the mindset of a child. Allow yourself to notice things more, to ask questions, to marvel at the everyday. Here are a few ideas to get you started. First, pay attention to the details. When you eat, savor each bite. When you walk, feel the ground beneath your feet. When you talk, listen deeply. Basically, when you engage with anything, give it your full attention. Next, embrace boredom. It's okay if you have downtime. Embrace the stillness. Give yourself permission to simply be. You can journal during that time, or doodle, or just sit with your thoughts. It's okay to not be productive all the time. Remember, your inner child doesn't need constant entertainment. They thrive on imagination, daydreams, and even boredom. Sometimes these moments can spark creativity and introspection. Finally, allow yourself to be spontaneous. Say yes to unexpected opportunities. Take a different route home. Have a dance party in the kitchen. Surprise a friend with a funny text message. The idea is to infuse your day with joy and spontaneity, just as a child would. And throughout the day, check in with yourself. How does it feel to be more present? Are you calmer, more engaged, more joyful? As you move through your day, I want you to pay attention to how your body feels, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. Do you feel lighter, more energetic, more focused? Are you more patient or kind to yourself and others? Maybe you find yourself feeling less anxious or worried. Or perhaps you feel a renewed sense of motivation or inspiration. Really tune into these sensations. This is the feedback from your inner child showing you the benefits of presence. Now I know this may seem like a bit of whimsy, a playful detour from the seriousness of daily life. But this is exactly the point. Reconnecting with your inner child isn't about escaping reality. It's about seeing the world through eyes that have not yet lost their wonder. It's about finding strength in vulnerability and joy in simplicity. The modern world often encourages us to push harder, achieve more, plan for the future. But sometimes the greatest gift we can give ourselves is to rest in the present, to appreciate the journey instead of constantly chasing the next milestone. There is a story about a famous writer named William Butler Yeats, who was once invited to give a speech at Cambridge University. He was a bit rusty in his public speaking skills, so he asked his wife, a renowned psychologist, for advice. She told him, "Imagine that you are sitting beside me on a bench in the garden, and we are feeding the ducks." He did just that. During the speech, he talked about feeding ducks in a garden, making it a memorable, engaging experience. When he finished, students rushed to shake his hand, asking, "How did you manage to make such an inspiring speech without mentioning any notes?" He smiled and said, "All I did was remember what my wife told me, to imagine myself on a bench in a garden feeding the ducks." This is a beautiful metaphor for living in the present. By connecting with your inner child, by imagining yourself in peaceful, joyful places, you can bring that serenity to your everyday life. It's a reminder that presence is not a distant state we need to chase, but a familiar feeling we can access anytime. So go ahead, try this for yourself. Live a day in the shoes of your inner child. And as you do, keep an eye out for the subtle shifts within you. Notice your energy levels, your mood, your interactions with others. Be observant. It's a journey of rediscovery, a chance to rewrite the narrative that life is hard, complicated, stressful. Instead, life is full of wonder, beauty, and potential. I recently read a book called Emotional Agility by Susan David. She talks about the importance of feeling all of our emotions, including the ones we might consider negative. I loved her perspective. She writes, "When we try to protect ourselves from negative emotions, we end up cutting ourselves off from positive emotions too. Joy and sorrow, courage and fear, love and grief. All of these emotions are part of the full human experience." This made me realize that I can't pursue presence without also embracing all my emotions, the uncomfortable ones and the comfortable ones. Avoiding or denying certain feelings doesn't lead to a more pleasant present. It only creates imbalances that show up in other areas of my life. The key, she suggests, is learning how to move through those tough emotions with grace and understanding. So my challenge to you today isn't just about avoiding negativity. It's about moving through it, feeling it, and allowing myself to learn from it. It's about recognizing that every emotion, no matter how uncomfortable, has a purpose. It's part of my story, my growth, my understanding of this world and myself. That's why I think presence is such a powerful practice. It helps us cultivate a deep sense of self-awareness. When we're present, we're more attuned to our emotions, can feel them, understand them, and respond to them in healthy ways. In fact, neuroscientists have found that mindfulness strengthens our ability to regulate our emotions. When we face challenges, we don't react impulsively or defensively. Instead, we can pause, breathe, and choose how to engage with the situation. We become more adaptable and resilient. If this resonates with you, please hit the like button. Share this video with someone who could benefit from it. Your support means everything to me. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Your presence means everything. Thank you for joining me today.